Ladies and gentlemen, I am brought by the bad boy himself, Skratch AK-47. How you doing, man? What you gonna do?
Yeah, doing pretty good, man. Bad boys, bad boys. You know, what you gonna do? That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah,
Doing pretty good.
it seems like Skratch is in a little bit of a weird, awkward situation. So I was browsing on Reddit. I was laying in bed. I think it was yesterday, and I saw
Yeah, it
this.
was.
And it said, Skratch AK-47, if you copy my compositions, please give me credit. Okay. And he has since replied and says he's never watched any video. But basically, I mean, do you want to break it down for the people before we kind of get into YouTube? Because what we're going to do in this video is I've been on both sides of this one. I both accuse people directly of copying my content, as well as I have had my content directly copied. If we were going to say that's what happened, even though, we're going to talk about as to why we don't believe that's exactly what happened here. But, to be fair, we'll break it down. So I'm in a little bit of a position as to where I've kind of been on both sides of this one. And to be fair, I don't know this guy, and I do know Skratch better than I know this guy. I mean, me and you have done collabs and everything together, but I have some opinions about the way that this post was handled and about the response and everything. So would you like to kind of give us a real quick surmise?
Of course, man. So I had no idea about it, right? I woke up like a normal morning, get ready for the gym. I saw that the video had like 18 dislikes, and I was like, okay, maybe people, they didn't like that I called it free to play, and I started with double rotos the video, and I thought that people didn't watch through the video and they disliked it because of the double rotos, thinking that I debated them, that I said free to play and I give them double rotos, right? But then you put that message in our group, right? And I was like, what? And then I saw it because I don't really go on Reddit whatsoever. But so the Boundless, who's a fellow YouTuber, saying that he made a video where he had the same title, free to play, right? That's not something new.
So
whatsoever.
Essentially,
I'm actually
this
gonna make
here,
sure she doesn't.
This is the video in question, correct? This is your video that you posted here.
I guess, so let me see. Yeah, Toragi, Euros, Jarek, Seal of the Drakes.
I watched a little bit to try to understand what was happening. I went and watched your video and watched his video to try to be like, where's the copy? What's going on? What's this guy referring to? And I saw this composition and I was really confused because I was like, this is a 5-man legend. I thought this was a troll video or something. How I've done a few of those or something. That's why I would,
That's what I thought, that I had the dislikes in the morning, I was like, okay, it must be because of double rotos.
And so
that's what happened,
Yeah, then you get to about 5 minutes, in here, and you start seeing the duo of, the Frog and Skyo, etc. You start seeing the other team.
It's not that. It's specifically tied on Jarek and Seal of the Drakes, which they are probably the most common used champions on this rotation of the Doom Tower, right? Like when we had the test server, was the German guy Forbes, who actually started using Jarek in against these two specific bosses, right? But Seal of the Drakes is the most common champion for all the free-to-play players, right? So everybody's going to use that champion. It's not rocket science when you're building sort of teams for this content, when you're trying to appeal to the free-to-play player base, right? That's why the title is free-to-play, low spender, easy to do, because then appeals to the larger variety, including the free-to-play players that you're trying to cater for with a team like this, right? So Seal of the Drakes for everybody. Then epics are considered budget champions, right? If I'm putting you more legendaries in there, they're not budget anymore. So the main idea was, leaving that on the side, is that he made something similar with Jarek and Seal. I still haven't watched the video, and personally, I'm not going to watch it, But I don't know why it's such a big deal. And
is this the? So what I'm trying to figure out here, because I watched about half your video trying to figure this out. Because
so it's about this. What's on the screen?
It's this part right here, though, right? But did you you didn't actually run the comp or anything, right? It was just a screenshot of one, because it's not the first one you show. It's not the second one.
I can't even remember what I ran. Maybe I ran 3 of them together with Toragi as well and stuff. I can't remember, honestly.
Okay, so it's at that part of the video in particular, you do go over the gear about the video comps. It looks like you're showing here the masteries and all that stuff. Okay, and I'm assuming this is footage from the test server. Is this on your main account?
No, that's on my main account, dude.
It's on your main account. Okay, so this is you playing with your characters, all that on your main account. So
absolutely right.
And then you show the triple here with Jarek and the Toragi and all that.
I've tried 4 of them. The main idea was HP-based champions. That boss ignores defense, right? So that's the main idea in a comp like this.
Okay.
HP-based champions, they're gonna have lots of HP. The boss won't be able to one-shot them or two-shot them, as long as you have decent stats on the champions. And of course, having a tag down champions, they help in as well, you know? That's kind of like the main idea. Now, it's not rocket science in these things. A lot of people can think the same one is about this, you know? Like, I'm not saying I'm the first one who did it. Like, I had, what's his name? Showing me that Seal can actually solo it alone. I don't even need other champions next to it, you know?
So in this video, from what I can tell from him, he starts right off the bat with the Jareg and Skyo. I watched this, but to be fair, I only watched about half of it, you know, and I was kind of watching, I was typing to you guys and trying to figure out what was going on and watching this and all that. So from what I could tell, this just only showed the Jareg duo comp. And from what I saw, you didn't even show any footage of this actual comp running. You only just showed some masteries and stuff of it. So from what I'm seeing, if I'm trying to figure out exactly what his issue was. So our friend Boundless here, so the Dragon Gaming, you know, to talk about who we're talking about here. I'll say his name.
Is it? I thought that was the Boundless, no?
Boundless, aka So the Dragon Gaming. I think Boundless is his Reddit name. I think this is it. So his issue, for the people that are wondering, they don't know what's going on and why Skratch is eating some heat right now, is that this gentleman here is accusing Skratch of copying this bit of content. This dual bit of content. He's effectively saying that Skratch watched his video, saw this, copied, and made content based off of it. What I saw is you both running the same characters. I didn't see if there was exactly the same masteries or anything like that. I don't know, like you said, if it is exactly rocket science or if there is an IP.
It's not really, no.
You know, if there is...
Whoever understands a bit the game will know it's not, but yeah, whatever.
It's not in particular. There is... So let me put some YouTube precedent for the people that are wanting from a YouTuber side point of view. And yeah, I have... copied, and when I say copy, it's more than what I'm seeing here happening. I'm saying copying is in, like, I actually watched the person's video and directly did their build and then did the video of my own within 24 hours of somebody's video, while directly crediting that person, putting them back. I have done that in videos prior, but what they had shown was very unique content that no one else had come out with before. But my position and everyone's position in the same game at that time, which was Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, is that compositions and in-game productions are not protected qualities of gameplay. Meaning, if somebody comes out with a composition or some kind of unkillable team comp, like I did one of the first unkillable team comps ever. It was a very cheesy one with like triple Painkeeper, and it didn't work very well, but it was technically one of the first ones, and some people built off of it. And I did not get upset by that or require any credit. In fact, I memed about it by doing the 5-team counterattack team. I'm not a fan of demanding credit unless somebody is blatantly ripping off your video. Like, I did get mad at one time. There was one person, Imtosh, made a video of mine where he directly did the video in the same way, the same wording, the same cadence. But it was, imagine like this situation where, you know how you just showed the photo, but your entire video was about this composition. You know, like that was the whole video. And then at the very end, you do black screen the video end. And then there was a 15 seconds of, oh, by the way, I got this from this other guy's video, and then it ended. So because of that, I had an issue with Imtosh. But even then, like, we resolved it, and it was not a big deal. I never went to Reddit, or I feel like Reddit was kind of the nuclear option. Did he ever reach out to you or try contacting you about this at all?
I don't know. He says he wrote the comment and he skipped that. It doesn't bother me, the whole thing that he put it. Whatever. He grows his channel however he wants. Whenever I'm doing something based on somebody else's idea, even if I know them, even if it's just a Discord message, right? I'm still giving them credit because it doesn't cost me nothing, right? And sharing love is always a good thing. So it literally costs you nothing to say, hey, big shout out to this guy for actually making this team. Awesome, awesome stuff. Check him out, right? It's 5 seconds of the video. I do it all the time whenever I'm taking something from somebody, right? Like I'm getting an idea. It's literally not a bad... big deal at all. But he's saying, and he's keep on saying, this is the thing that bothers me, is that he wrote the comment that I deleted apparently at some point last night while I was sleeping, right? I live in Europe. At the time he posted it, stuff was like, what, 4 a.m. in the morning for me, right? I was sleeping at that time like a baby. I don't stay up at nights, guys, to delete comments. Like, honestly, I actually enjoy my sleep at nights. I don't stay to delete comments. but he didn't try to reach to me. It's easy to send me a message on Discord. He's a YouTuber. He knows it's pretty easy. If it's to write a comment, the comments, they can be easily getting lost and stuff. You can miss a comment at any time. So if he really wanted to get in touch with me, I feel like he could have actually sent me a message, or actually wait a few hours and be like, well, Skratch, I tried to send you a comment, but it didn't went through. You deleted my comment. What happened? That's a different thing, different approach. If that means that you actually try to communicate with somebody, to reach out to somebody.
So his evidence that he came to the public with was that you used the words easy, duo, and free to play in the title, which, I've used those words in a lot of...
Everybody does. Like, that's
titles.
Very common, right?
Okay.
Like...
but fair enough. I'm trying to remain unbiased here. Okay. So that's part of his evidence, if you want to call it that. And then he says, I've watched his whole video and the content strategy is eerily similar to mine. I will say I didn't see any of the other strategies or compositions that you mentioned or showed in your video and his video. From what I understand, I saw his whole video was about one composition and yours was about many. And one of the compositions was one of the ones that he showed. That's my understanding of the situation. So he says, I don't mind. Oops, let me go back in here. This is the part where I get a little bothered. He says, I don't mind reproducing my compositions as long as they give me credit. I'm a new YouTuber, so I don't have the subs or views to compete with the big boys, so I try to innovate. But just because I'm new doesn't mean I want my copied with no credit to me. So here's one thing. I will give some advice from one YouTuber to another, is that back in the day, there was a gentleman by the name of Mobile Gamer who reached out to me and has long since been my primary supporter, teacher, mentor, and he's even talked me down from a suicide attempt. The guy is what I would consider the closest thing I've had to an online friend, if ever there is such a thing. And that man, before he ever contacted me, I got mad at and said he copied my content, and in one of my streams, I flamed him before he even reached out. He never knew about that. He probably still doesn't know about that, because I saw a video, which was 8 hours after I made my video, where I had some fairly unique type of production thing. But what I didn't know at the time was that Mobile Gamer effectively was in the stream, and what he does is he, like we do, people are like, try this, try that, and somebody fed it to him. I saw it in the stream, I saw the chat. And so it's my advice to another YouTuber is that if you are attempting to become a YouTuber as full-time, you will see this repeated on my channel. You very rarely want to come at another YouTuber with assumptions. You only want to come at another YouTuber with fact, which is why I tend to avoid these type of things. And I've only ever called anyone out when they factually said they lifted it from me in the video. And then I felt like it was inappropriate in that level. I've done it once. And to be honest, I regretted it, because the guy came back later, actually apologized more so than was needed. This was Imtosh, who is much larger than me. He rated me several times for thousands of viewers on Twitch. He's gifted subs. The man has become a friend. So going to the public with something like this, without at least attempting a Discord message, or I would say a direct message. He says he left a YouTube comment saying that I'm a longtime fan, don't mind him reproducing your comment if I'm giving credit. Seems like he deleted my post. I can't see any more about that. If he's talking about Reddit posts, we can't delete posts. If he's talking about Reddit posts, we can't delete posts. If he's talking about a YouTube comment, and I delete YouTube comments all the time if it seems like they're flaming me. I mean, it's just something I do. I know if I made a video about something random and someone said that it was that I ripped them off. I mean, somebody said this in the YouTube comments saying that they had this idea before me about the 5 counterattack teams. So sometimes I don't know what's real and what's not. And I personally probably would have handled this a different way, would have been my advice.
I don't tend to delete comments unless they're like racist, So even if they're trying to flame me, I don't really care. I give them a nice answer back, like take it back to your mama or whatever, But as long as they're not racist, I don't really delete comments. I do ghost people completely from my channel. So that means that I'm blocking you. I'll never see your comment again. I'll never see you ever again on my channel. So If you've done it in the past and you're a douchebag, then yeah, I'll ghost you and never worry about you ever again. And probably everybody's doing that, like we're all doing it.
That's how it's. You click hide user from channel, because if you don't, it only removes one comment. That one bans them permanently. Yeah.
I like to wake up in the morning being in a positive vibe. You know what I mean. So I'm trying to get rid of that sort of stuff.
One other bit of advice I would give to the gentleman is just from a PR standpoint. You don't see me call people out by name either, and I particularly try to avoid being. I mean, people have called me toxic many times, and it's fine. I'll eat the title, but if anything, I'm toxic to the company. I don't ever go at other creators. I try to build other creators up, even when I have a problem with them. I try not to do it in public. I don't think I've ever mentioned anyone in name that I've had with people in public, because it is sort of it's the nuclear option to do. And here he says, Skratch has replied to me, never watched any of my videos I've ever done. I take his word for it. So he says he takes your word for it, but he didn't delete his post.
I wrote a comment there, but it's not with my name because I was logged on the phone, because I was at the gym when you sent me this actually. And I realized only after I was logged in on a different account. So I haven't went to write in a different comment, just to be my name on the thing.
So the thing is, if this is for exposure, it's smartly thought out. He didn't delete his post, even though he said unsubscribe for me and subscribe to him. If you actually called somebody out and you believed him that he didn't do it, and this whole thing is flaming you, which he didn't delete or edit any of this. He edited just to say that you replied, but he didn't edit to remove any of his plugs. So personally, the way I see this is a smaller content creator taking a shot. I'm sorry, it's just how I see it. And plus, it doubles down where if you go see his videos, I would have probably been a fan and probably would have had his back maybe on this one. Maybe me and you would have been different. But the problem is you go, and I looked at this comments because I wanted to understand the full concept of this. And you see the points where he's replying to stuff like this, where it's like, here the follow, because Skratch AK-47 is a lying snake and he defo stowed your shit. And then this guy's like, haha, dude, thanks, man. Appreciate the smiley face. I think going from zero to being friendly to people that are calling you a lying snake and encouraging that kind of community behavior is not the way to go. And personally, I think it's a little far.
Yeah, you see me, I never really get engaged in dramas and stuff because I'm not standing for it. I'm trying to leave everyone do his own stuff. It's not hard to give a shout out. Definitely, I do not agree with the way he went with it. If he was actually sending me a message on Discord, personally, I would have said, okay, you made something similar. That's fine. I'll give you a bit of credit as well. I'm always down to help. I have so many people that they started content, and I'm always supporting them. So this is BS for me. It's just a hunt, So it's fine if that's the way he's going for it. I can't do anything about it. But I'm being thrown in the mouth of the wolf like bad boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, And the other thing is, dude, is even in the worst case scenario, let's say you're the devil himself, you saw his video and you threw in his strategy. Himself. If you're the lying snake and you threw in the strategy that he has into your video and added in another 5 minutes on your 18-minute video or whatever, the guy could have gone about this, in my opinion, a significantly better way. I would have been mad if I was a smaller guy. I feel like bigger guys are ripping my content all the time. But the other thing is, it's way easier to look like the bigger guys are ripping your content all of the time because they're getting all the views. I mean, I've seen personally content creators I know that we all consider friends. I mean, you would both consider friends, say other people have ripped their content, and I'm just like, no, they didn't. I mean, I know you've probably seen some of our friends be like, oh, this guy ripped my thing. You're probably like, I don't think you did.
You see it all the time.
You see it all the time.
Coincidence happen is a small game. There are a lot of similar things. People are doing similar things. People are talking with different people, do this, do that, So coincidences happen all the time. That's not a point. All the point is the way you're acting on things,
I'll give you another example. Just the other day, and this is a live one, recent one, and I'll give you my own drama example. Me and Brad, we did a thing. I always record the collabs I do with Brad where I open his shards. I upload it early, just not thinking, just a smaller cut of it, of my version, but it was his video on his stream. I uploaded mine beforehand. He's like, what the fuck? Because obviously that's his content. I upload first. I was like, okay, I get it. Sorry, I didn't think it was a big deal, but I get it. Deleted the video. it's over. You know what I mean? It's like I deleted it, let him put up his, and I didn't delete.
Yeah.
That was the whole drama. You know what I mean? It's like he messaged me, I fixed it. That's how you resolve this situation. So that would just be my lesson for future content creators in the future, because now, in my personal opinion, it will be difficult to want to work with somebody who has the ability to go nuclear. And I've seen this myself because I have the ability to go nuclear. People will stay away from you. So just my suggestion for one person that's been there. Any last words closing on this you would like in your own self-defense? And I will offer this guy, to be fair, I'm going to offer this guy the opportunity to come on the channel and have his own discussion too, to give the other point of view if he would like. But do you have any words you'd like to say to him?
Self-defense. Like, honestly, I don't feel like I've done anything wrong.
Fly.
Honestly. So I'm still going to say a couple of things. Yeah, if he was going to reach out and then say, Skratch, look, I think you made similar content with me. Maybe somebody gave you this idea. Maybe something like this went on. I was gonna be like, okay, man, I'm gonna link you in here. You know, it's not a big deal. But I feel like, yeah, it's a totally BS way to go like that. Say, yes, Skratch, I believe you. I've been your subscriber for so long. I'm watching your videos, knowing that in my videos I always give credit to the people that are giving me ideas for either a clan boss team, either arena, either whatever I'm putting out there. I'm always giving them credit. So if he really watches the videos, he knows that, you know. So that's why I find it really BS to come in with this sort of thing and throw it directly on Reddit so people can see it. Like, I get it. I'm the forum guy. Let's go all on the forum guy, because he's not the first one who's trying to get beef with me, right? Blaming me for dodgy stuff like this. But yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. Keep up the work in your own way, and yeah, be yourself, man.
Okay, well, that's his response too. Yeah, my final word would be maybe next time join the Discord that's in the guy's description and try messaging him. If you're a fan, you probably would have been in the Discord already. But that'd be. I mean, I've already said my suggestions, so this is probably not the best tactic in the long run. But you know, this is my invitation.
A couple of hundred subs.
This is my invitation to come on and have your, have a fair interview and whatever, and I'll
judge Darth Micro.
Yeah, chat to Darth Micro and prove us wrong, and on your opinion here, and let me know what you think. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below. That I said my fill, Skratch has said his, and I thought it'd just be much easier to just do just address the situation before this comes like a weird thing, because it's.
Yeah, I wanted to chat with you. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, you showed it to me in the morning, so it was just fair enough. I'm basically do have the experience in this situation since you've done it.
I've a little bit been on.
To you know, so.
Yeah, I guess I'm the guy who's got a little bit of the PR getting flamed experience out of the group. So this is probably solidly in my wheel well. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on, having the chat, and
Pleasure, brother. Peace.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to me so I can steal more content. Bye, guys.
Exactly.